Hi, I'm Dee Dugonski, coordinator for the Active Women's Health Initiative at the University of Kentucky in the Sports Medicine Research Institute. And I'm really excited today to be able to provide some programming and some activities virtually that will help you to stay active, because one of our goals as the initiative is to help girls and women across the entire lifespan be more active.
In this presentation, you'll find activities and information that help you to earn your Staying Fit badge, even while you're at home. As you go through the presentation, it's designed for you to stop and start and keep working through the different activities offline. So if you see the pause button, make sure you pause the video and take some time off this video, away from the video, to try out the different activities that we present.
All right, so it's time to start our first topic, start moving. But before you start moving, you should probably know a few things, like how active should you be? How many minutes of physical activity should you get per day? What types of activities count towards being active? What activities do you like to do? There are so many different questions that you might have about moving your body. So this section will help you to be prepared to get started.
So let's start with how active should you be? Every day, you should be moving your body for at least 60 minutes or 1 hour. And that 60 minutes should include some muscle strengthening activities like squats or push-ups, some bone strengthening activities like jumping and climbing and running, and some vigorous intensity activities, activities that make your heart beat fast, kind of like running. There are so many reasons why you might want to be active, and maybe some you haven't thought of before. Being active can give you lots of energy, make you feel less tired, make you feel confident in yourself, like you know you can do anything, make you feel calm or relaxed, and it can even help you to do well in your schoolwork. So take a few moments and think about, why do you like being active?
So now that we know how active you should be and why you might want to be active, let's think about the types of activities you enjoy. I used to swim. I started swimming when I was 9, and I swam all the way until it was in my 20s as a college athlete. So I love swimming, but now I also love walking. I love riding my bike. I love doing yoga. So there's so many ways to be active. How do you like to be active?
It's almost time for your first pause in this video to take a break away and try an activity. And for this activity, we want you to make a list of your favorite physical activities. Make a list of all the activities that you know you already enjoy. You could also add to this list a list of activities that you know you want to try in the future. And if you're not sure what you'd like to try, ask your friends or your family what they like, and then add it to your list. Okay, here's where we want you to pause the video and make a list of your favorite activities. See you when you're done. Before you start a new activity, it's important to know where you are already. So with physical activity, one of the best ways to do that is to what we call self-monitor your physical activity. That just means to pay attention to what activities you're already doing. This is a really simple physical activity diary that you can use to track your physical activities each day, recording the day of the week, the time you started the activity, the time you ended the activity, what activity it was, where you did it, and with whom you did it. If you do this for a whole week, that'll give you a sense of how active you are each and every day, most weeks out of the year. Now we want you to pause again, and this time for a longer period of time. We'd like you to pause for a whole week while you record your physical activity and learn about what activities you are already doing and where you might have some time to add in some new activities.
So now that you have recorded your physical activity for a week, it's time to set a goal. Now that you know what you're already doing, we can set a goal using that information. Our goals should be SMART goals. So we want them to be specific, measurable, action-oriented, realistic, and time-bound. So let's think through an example goal. Let's say you averaged about 45 minutes per day compared to that 60 minutes per day of physical activity that is recommended by our government. Then you probably want to set a goal to do a little bit more physical activity every single day. Now, maybe you don't want to do 15 minutes more every single day. So you start with something that's more realistic and action-oriented, like doing 5 minutes per day. The goal of adding 5 minutes of activity to your day every single day is specific because it tells you exactly what you're going to do. It's measurable. You can track it on your log. It's action-oriented. It's something you can do. It's realistic because it's just a small 5-minute time window. And it's time-bound. You're going to do it over the next week.
Now that you've started increasing your physical activity, it's time to think about how to keep your fit body fueled. We know that food is the fuel for our active bodies. And so in this section, we'll talk briefly about some general tips for how to keep your body fueled and moving. Here's a picture of the athlete's plate. And this comes from the United States Olympic Committee and the University of Colorado. And our sports nutritionist here at the University of Kentucky uses this with our athletes to help them to learn about how to fuel their active bodies so that they can perform well and be healthy. When you look at this plate, you can see that half of the plate is full of really colorful fruits and vegetables. Another quarter of the plate, it has your whole grains like pasta, rice, potatoes. And then the last quarter are lean proteins. So you have your animal proteins like poultry, beef, then you have fish, eggs, dairy, as well as non-dairy proteins like nuts and soy. One strategy you can use to try and eat healthfully to fuel your active body is to eat the rainbow. This keeps it really simple. Every day you want to fill your plate with lots of colors like the plate on the right. It's not that you can never have a hamburger and french fries, just that we want to most of the time eat lots of colorful foods, and you should be hitting most of your food groups if you do that. Physical activity has so many amazing benefits, not just for our physical bodies, but also for our mental health. It can help with stress relief, can help us to make us feel happier and calmer, and in general, to help us face the challenges that come with each and every day. So I'd encourage you to think about the next time you're feeling sad or frustrated, or you're just sick of hanging out inside with your family or your siblings if you have them. Get outside, run around. If you can, get to a park with your family. And those things will help you to feel healthier and happier. It's really important to make sure that when you are seeking information about health or any other topic, that you're getting it from a really good source. So in this section, I'll share with you a few of my favorite sources, not just for health information, but also for some ways to stay active while you're inside with your family. There are lots of places where you can get good information about health, and it's really important that you're looking for those places that provide you with good quality information. One of my favorite places where you can get lots of health information is from health.gov. You can see here that they cover food, nutrition, physical activity, health literacy, and even healthcare quality. So if you ever have a question, it's a great place to start.
We are so fortunate that even in this stay-at-home order, we have lots of ways that we can be active in our homes. Some of the favorite ways that I've been active lately are Do Yoga With Me, and they have kid and parent-friendly versions as well. There are other websites like the YMCA is offering some virtual programming that is free even if you are not a member. And fitnessblender.com. They have fewer options for kids, but a couple that are pretty good. So now it's time for another pause. Over the next week, we want you to try out one of these at-home activity resources. You could do it by yourself, you could do it with a brother or sister, or you can do it with your mom or your dad or anyone else who's in your household. A great way to add activity into your daily routine is to get your family active together.
So in this next section, we'll talk a little bit about how you can be active with your parents or your siblings if you have them, or anyone else who lives maybe near you, neighbors or friends.
Being active with your family can be really fun, and one of my favorite parts of the day is our daily walk with our family. Usually we do it after dinner time. Sometimes in the winter when the light is not so good, we do it before dinner. But most days out of the week, we try to take a walk together. It allows us to have some time to chat. It provides some quality time for our family that's fun and gets us outside.
Using your SMART principles, I want you to pause the video and set a small physical activity goal for your family over the next week. So if you guys like to take walks together, maybe your goal could be to take one family walk over the next week. So if you liked what you heard in this video and you want to become more physically active, I'd encourage you to join our Girls Can program. It's a free program for girls in kindergarten through 8th grade. And as you can see here in this video, we get together to have some fun, to try out different activities, and to make some new friends and build a community of active girls and active women. So if that program sounds like something that would be fun to you, get your parents to head to our website that's on the screen and sign you up. Again, it's free, and we'd love to have you as part of the program when we get back together in the fall. Thank you so much for listening today. I hope that something you heard in this video today can help you to lead a more active and healthier life. And you can see my email. Please feel free to reach out to me. We'd also love to see you making progress towards this badge. So if you're doing that, please tag the Active Women's Health Initiative at UK AWHI.